Welcome to the IPF World Championships here live in Istanbul, Turkey. I am Ryan Sixpack Lapadat, and today we have the sub-junior and junior 53 kilo classes. We will be bouncing back and forth between the sub-juniors and juniors. I will let you know which lifter belongs to which class as they approach the platform. Here is a look at the running order. We have a good representation globally here. And as I have a minute, I would like to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Alico, whom supplied all of this beautiful equipment you see on the platform, as well as all of the equipment in the warm-up room. Also like to take time to give a shout out to SPD, sponsored many of these athletes and some of the national teams. They got some beautiful kits and the world famous SPD belt. We're going to kick off with Mohammed Ashram of Palestine with 70 kilos for his opener.
From Palestine.
And for a 53, he's rather tall. Whoa, no question on depth. Three white lights and he's on the board.
The next lifter, Bakar Majed from Libya. He's coming up to lift 100 kilos.
Representing Libya, Majid Baker. 100 kilos even for his opening squat. And these are the sub-juniors. Depth looks good.
Good. The next lifter is from Japan, Soki Kanda. Followed by Danila Klikin from Kazakhstan. 110 kilos loaded on
Japan's Soki Kanda taking a 110 kilo opening attempt. So far, so good with the openers. And if you're unfamiliar with the 53 kilo class and you're used to watching the open, that's because the 53 kilo class actually only appears in the juniors. It is not available in the open. These gentlemen raise in size. By the time they get to the open, they become 59s. And on the platform, Danila Klikin of Kazakhstan, 120 kilos. Three white lights. And we are moving at a brisk pace for the 53s, sub-junior and juniors. We're staying in the sub-juniors. Timur. Kuziak Metov of Kazakhstan, 120 kilos, stays on the bar for him. Making easy work of a good attempt selection by the national team coaches. And 137.5 kilos being loaded. Koshal of India. Last year as a sub-junior.
Bar is loaded for Koshal from India.
And
Good.
all of our sub-juniors
Next lifter,
are on the board.
Don Murali Krishna from India. Bar is loaded 140
Moving to
kilos.
the 53 junior class. And Done Moral Krishna of India will open with 140 kilos.
Murali Krishna. Good.
3 white lights.
Next one is from India, Dhruv Pachori, 145 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Back-to-back Team India, 145 kilos loaded for Gaurav of India. One lifter left to go. Leaving no doubt to depth. Oh,
2-1.
wasn't a depth call. See what it is.
From United States,
Maybe the knees a little bit
Toronto.
not
Bar
locked.
is loaded for Joby, 170
Joby representing
kilos.
US, 170 kilo. About to assume a commanding lead with his very first squat. Joby's on the board. I was talking to Joby in the warm-up room. He hasn't had a lot of experience in terms of meets under his belt. He said he just wants to turn it off, go into autopilot, let Team USA guide him. He's already off to a commanding start. Doesn't need to throw any extra pressure. And here's a look at the squats
Loaded for Mohammed
after the
Al-Ashrafi,
first round.
80 kilos.
All the lifters on the board. Back to the sub-juniors now. Mohammed Al-Ashram of Palestine, 80 kilos. And that was easy. That might have passed for an opener.
2-1. Good. Next one, Bakar Mojen from Libya, followed by Timur Kuziakmetov from Kazakhstan. Bar is loaded for Mojen, 120 kilos.
Majid Baker of Libya, 120 kilos for a second attempt. 20 kilo jump. It's sizable. Will it slow him down any? $20 jump proved to be ambitious.
Ladies and gentlemen, by victory decision, Mohammed Al-Ashrafi squat overruled. Mohammed squat overruled.
And
by
just an
victory
update,
decision.
Mohammed Al-Sharam of Palestine got his squat overruled. Not entirely sure why I didn't see the infraction, but we had no miss list for the openers, and now 2 up, 2 misses in the second round. Can Timur from Kazakhstan get us back on track? 127.5 kilos for him. And by my eyes, he's done it. Judges agree, 3 white lights.
The next one, Soki Kanda from Japan, 130 kilos. by Danila Kunikin. Bar is loaded.
And Kanda Soki of Japan, 130 kilos, 20 kilo jump. We've seen this with Majid, proved to be too much. Can Soki handle it? Ooh. They're getting ambitious in the second round of squats. Perhaps overly ambitious. We got 4 lifters up, 3 failures. And it's a little early to be seeing this much red.
2.5 kilos. The bar is loaded for Danila.
Danila from Kazakhstan, 132.5 kilos for his second attempt. 12.5 kilo jump from his opener. And it's good.
Next one, from India, 140 kilos. The bar is loaded.
Koshal from India, 140 kilos for his second attempt. 7.5 kilo jump.
Good play. Next one, Murali Krishna from India, 150 kilos, followed by Gurav.
That will wrap up all the sub-juniors as we move into the junior 53s, and Donay Murali Krishna of India will attempt 150 kilo for his second attempt.
Good play.
3 whites, and India's on the board for the second round.
Bar is loaded 152.5 kilos.
Guru Pachori of India, 152.5 kilos for a second. 20 years old, already a 4-year veteran.
Good
2 to 1, it's good. In Team India, making all the proper attempt selections. 3 lifters up, all positive attempts. 2 squat rounds in, with Joby up next from US. 180 kilos. Joby just 4 competitions deep, already leading the pack. Ooh, definitely slowed. 10 kilos slowed him, but he's on the board. Take a look at this replay. Depth is no question. A slight tilt towards his right, but he can fight through the sticking point. And that'll wrap up the second round of squats. Now we had 2 lifters miss after taking 20 kilo jumps. Was 20 kilos over ambitious, and now they back themselves into a corner, or can they rally back? Back to the sub-junior 53s were Mohammed Al-Ashram of Palestine. Will take 82.5. He missed 80, opting to move up 2.5 kilos regardless. See if the judges like it.
And referee say
2-1, it's good.
2-1, good one. Next one, Bakar Mojed from Libya. He's coming up to lift 120 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Libya's Bakar Majid, 120 kilos. Had no issues whatsoever with 100 kilos. Sometimes people like to come in light, get the first one in, but a 20 kilo jump does raise eyebrows. And
Nice catch by the spotter team.
just a little too much today.
The next one, Kochi Kanda from Japan, 130 kilos, followed by Timur Kuziakmetov from Kazakhstan. Bar is loaded for Kanda.
Soki Kanda of Japan, 130 kilos. Also took a 20 kilo jump from his opener. Ooh, loses his stability in the hole, and the spotters and loaders are in there.
Timur Kuziakmetov, 132.5 kilos, followed by Danila Kuleikin. The bar is loaded for Timur.
Timur Kuziakmetov of Kazakhstan, 132.5 kilos loaded. This is your bronze medalist in the squat event for the sub-juniors. No question on depth, but you see his chest bow in that replay and unable to get himself upright. Danila Kleikin of Kazakhstan, 137.5 kilos loaded for his third and final squat in the sub-juniors. Already silver medal in hand, but would like to add 5 kilos towards his total. Ooh, same issue in the hole plagues Danila. And we have had 5 lifters up with just 1 successful final squat attempt. Young man also has to stay with the bar when he loses it. Kashal from India, 147.5. The final squatter in the sub-junior 53s. And Team India keeps their perfect record so far this morning. And that is also your gold medal squat. As we move back to the 53 juniors, where Pachori of India will take 155 kilos. He is not locking his knees. You won't get the start command unless you're completely upright. Your knees are locked. That was a little better. Ooh. Proved to be a moot point. I think he cut depth, and then the weight was just a little too heavy. 157.5 now being rolled for Donay Murali Krishna of India. Would like to move from the bronze medal to silver medal position in the squat event. Oh, After seeing him in the hole, I would not have expected him to come up with it. 2-1, he gets it.
2-1 victory. Congratulations.
Take a look at the movement.
United States.
Once he gets into the hole, he almost rocks back onto his heels, gathers himself and finishes the lift.
The bar is loaded for Joby.
US is Joby Trung.
100
187.5. Now 180 looked like it was a little bit of work. 7.5 kilo jump from there. Little too much. Stays with the bar like he should. And Joby walks away with the gold medal in a 180 kilo squat,
Thank you.
building a huge lead when you look at the projected. A lot of lifting left to go though. As we take a look at the squat event, Kashal from India in the 53 kilo sub juniors walks away with the gold. Danila of Kazakhstan with the silver, and Timur Kuziakmedov of Kazakhstan taking the bronze. In the 53 kilo junior class, Joby putting on a squat clinic, taking the gold medal with 180 kilos. Done of India taking the silver, and Guru of India taking the bronze. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in 20 minutes with the bench press. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships live in Istanbul, Turkey. I'm Ryan Sixpack Lapidow, and we have the men's sub-junior and junior 83 kilo classes. A quick peek back at the squat event where Kashal in India netted the gold, and Joby Trung of US putting on a bit of a squat clinic with 180 kilos to grab Team USA squat gold. Moving into the bench press event, you might see some shakeups happen. We do have some battles here for the podium. Joby definitely has a sizable lead on the 53 kilo juniors. However, Team India relatively close, and yet to be decided who will be walking away with the silver and who will be walking away with the bronze. While in the sub-junior 53s, if you look at the projected, Team Kazakhstan neck and neck with who will be walking away with the silver and who will be walking away with the bronze. The bench press event could be pivotal for these lifters to be collecting kilos as we start off with Konda Soki of Japan, 55 kilo on the bar. Three whites, and he's on the board.
60 kilos.
Mohammed Al Ashram of Palestine, 60 kilos for his opening press. That is a long way up and down.
Good way. Next lifter, from India, 70 kilos.
And Danae Murali Krishna of India, 70 kilos. We're going to jump from the sub-juniors to the junior class. Smooth opener.
Good lift. The next lifter, Timur Kuziakmetov, bar is the same 70 kilos.
Moving back to the sub-juniors, Timur Kuziakmetov of Kazakhstan, 70 kilos for his opening bench.
Good lift. Next lifter, Bakar Mojed, 72.5 kilos. Bar is loaded. Mojed from Libya.
Majid Bekar of Libya, 72.5 kilos for his opening bench, staying in the sub-junior 53s. It's a relatively close grip.
Good lift. Next lifter, Kazakhstan, 75 kilos, loaded on the bar.
Danila Kleikin of Kazakhstan, 75 kilos for his opening bench.
Good lift. The next one is Guru Pachori from India.
Guru Pachori from India with 77.5 kilos for his opening bench, and we are back into the junior 53s.
Good lift.
2-1, it's good.
Next one, Joby Truong from United States, 85 kilos. Bar is loaded.
USA's Joby Trong with a 85 kilo opening bench, staying in the juniors. Joby collecting the gold in the squat event. Makes easy work of 85 kilos.
The three say, good lift. In the first attempt, our last lifter, Koshal Jha from India. Bar is loaded 87.5 kilos.
And Koshal of India, 87.5 kilos for his opening bench. We're back into the sub-juniors.
The three say, good lift. Three white lights.
And all of the lifters are on the board in the first round of pressing.
Next lifter, Soki Kanda from Japan, followed by Mohammed Al Ashwan. Bar is loaded for Soki Kanda. 62.5 kilos.
Japan's Soki Kanda will kick off the second round of pressing. We're in the sub-junior 53s with 62.5 kilos. A sizable 7.5 kilo jump from his opener. And it might have been a little bit ambitious.
Mohammed Al Ashwan from Palestine, 70 kilos, followed by Murali Krishna.
A bit of a pattern forming here. Team Japan took a rather big jump in the squat event from the opening squat to the second attempt. 20 kilo, if I remember correctly, and Kanda couldn't handle that big of a jump, and it looks like we might see a repeat in the bench press. And Mohammed from Palestine, 70 kilos for a second attempt. Whoa, the brakes come on quick. And 10 kilos again, you got to keep in perspective. This is the 53 kilo sub-juniors. 10 kilos is a rather big jump on the bench press.
For the same weight. Bar is loaded for Murali Krishna.
Now, Murali in this 53 juniors taking a smaller 5 kilo jump. Seems reasonable. And makes easy work of it.
Good lift. Bar is loaded for Timur Kuziakmetov. 75 kilos, still on the bar.
Timur Kaziakmetov of Kazakhstan, 75 kilos for his Second attempt, we are back into the sub-junior 53s.
The next lifter, Danila Kleifting from Kazakhstan, 80 kilos, followed by Gurav Machori.
3 lifters up in the sub-junior 53s, and not a single successful second round bench. Danila Kleikin of Kazakhstan with 80 kilos loaded, looking to buck that trend. And the sub-juniors are back on the board.
Next one, Gurav Machori
3 white lights.
from India, 82.5 kilos. The bar is loaded. Good
2-1, it's good.
2-1. The next one, Wakar Majed
See the
from
leg
Libya,
drive kick in as his
followed by
hips
Joey
rise a little, but the butt stays in contact with the bench.
2.5 kilos.
Bakar Majid of Libya, 82.5 kilos loaded on the bar. We're in the sub-junior class. Again, this is a 10-kilo jump from his opener. Very close grip, increases the range of motion, throws a lot more onto the triceps, but he handles a 10 kilo. And he is fired up.
The next one, Joey Trong from United States, 90 kilos, followed by Koshal Jha.
Back into the juniors, Joby Trong, 90 kilo, 5 kilo jump from his opener. Picks up an easy 5 kilos.
Goodly, 2-1. Next one, Koshal Jha. Bar is loaded.
I didn't see an
90
infraction
kilos.
there, but 2-1, it passes. And we move back to the sub-juniors where Kashal from India moved up 2.5 kilo to 90 kilos for the final second round of bench.
Goodly, 2-1.
And it's a good lift.
Turkey Kanda coming up for his third attempt. He will try 62.5.
Taking a look at the second round of bench.
Bar is loaded
And
from
the
Kanda
junior
from Japan.
53s have yet to miss a lift, but these sub-juniors are at a 50% failure rate. Can they turn it around for the third and final round of benching? Konda, 62.5 kilos. Missed it on his second. Oh, wow. Rallying to hit it on his third. 3 white lights.
Next lifter, Mohammed Al-Ashram. He will try the 70 kilos once again. Bar is loaded.
70 kilos loaded for Mohammed Al Ashram of Palestine. is a 10-kilo jump from his opener. Not sure if he's coming out. No, he is. No, there he is. Now, can he take inspiration from Konda, who missed his second attempt, came back and hit it? A little too much. Looks like he's got a bit of a leg cramp there. You see, it comes down to his chest, kicks up to about a little under halfway, and just can't break past that. See that right leg come up and he grabs it. He's probably not injured, but you do have a lot of leg drive in the bench press, and a leg cramp will put the brakes on real quick. 75 kilos for Timur Kuziakmedov of Kazakhstan. Missed this on his second, retaking it for his third. Nice catch by the spotters.
Bar is loaded for Morali Krishnadon, 80 kilos.
And we are moving back to the 53 juniors as Murali Krishna Done will attempt 80 kilos. He's got the bronze in hand for the bench press event. Three whites, it's good.
From Kazakhstan. Bar is loaded 82.5 kilos.
Danila Kleikin of Kazakhstan, 82.5 kilos for his third and final bench. We're in the sub-juniors. Slow and steady, he locks it out and picks up another 2.5 kilos towards his total.
Next lifter, Bar is loaded 85
And
kilos.
Guru Pachori of India, 85 kilos for his final bench in the silver medal position for the junior 53s. Slow off the chest, but he gets it to lockout.
No lift, 2-1.
2-1, no lift.
Next lifter, Bakar Majed. Bar is loaded 85 kilos. Majed from the
Look like there's a little bit of down up with the bar. And Majid, 85 kilo, 2.5 kilo jump for him. When his sub-juniors, he would like to swap his bronze medal for the bench. Swap the bronze for the silver. And it looks like he's done it. It's all smiles. Silver it is for Team Libya in the bench press.
Koshalja from India, 92.5 kilos. The bar is loaded.
92.5 kilos loaded for Kashal of India. Your bench press gold medalist in the sub-juniors. Another 2.5 kilos towards his total if he could get this. A little too much today.
And ladies and gentlemen, our next lifter and last lifter, Jody Trump from United States, is Coming up for 95 kilos. The bar is loaded.
And the final bench of the 53 kilo session, Joby Trong of USA will attempt 95 kilos. Already has the gold medal in hand, looking to throw another 5 kilos towards his total. Two to one, it's good. And Joby, with all types of positive momentum heading into the deadlift event. Take a look at this. Leg drive kicks in, locks it out. And Kashal of India with a 90 kilo bench in the 53 kilo sub juniors grabs the gold medal for Team India. Majid of Libya with an 85 kilo bench grabs the silver, and Danila Kleikin of Kazakhstan takes the bronze. In the 53 kilo juniors, Joby grabbing the gold, Gura Pachori of India grabbing the silver, and India's Murali Krishna grabbing the bronze. A look at the sub juniors, a look at the sub total, take this with a grain of salt. Once we enter the deadlifts, you know anything can happen. Come back in 20 minutes for the conclusion of the sub junior 53s. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships live in Istanbul, Turkey, where we have the men's sub-junior and junior 53 kilo classes. I'll let you know when we bounce between the two classes. They're all in the same flight, and there is a peak at the subtotals. Take it with a grain of salt. A lot of shakeup can happen when the deadlift starts, but a clear favorite has emerged in the 53 kilo juniors with Joby Trung of US really putting on a squat clinic with 180 kilos, a big bench of 95 kilos, and pacing himself for a possible overall gold in the 53 sub-juniors. Team India leading the charge. But we'll have to see when the deadlift event kicks up. And speaking of, Muhammad Al Ashram of Palestine, 110 kilos, loaded on the bar for his first attempt.
Good lift. The next lifter, Bakar Ojet from Liga.
As soon as these gentlemen hit their opening deads, the totals are secure. They are no longer in danger of bombing out. And that's when they can start getting aggressive with their attempts to start covering ground, possibly getting themselves onto the podium, exchanging a silver for gold, a bronze for silver. Nice pull there. Majid Baker of Libya makes easy work of 130 kilos.
The next lifter, Shalja from India, 140 kilos, followed by Soki Kanda from Japan for the same kilo.
Kashal from India in the sub-junior still, 140 kilos for his opener. Kashal in the projected, has a lead. That's well done, but not an insurmountable lead over Kazakhstan's Kleikin.
Good lift.
And Kleikin opening 10 kilo bigger on the deadlift. He might be able to cover some ground and catch up. As well as Kuziakmedov from Kazakhstan, very close. But first, Kanda of Japan, 140 on the bar for his opening pull. Nicely done.
Good lift. Our next lifter, Gurab Patori from India, 150 kilos.
Pachori from India, 150 kilos. We're in the junior 53s now. Makes easy work of it.
Good lift. The next lifter, Danila Kleikin from Kazakhstan, 150 kilos.
Danila Kleikin of Kazakhstan, 150 kilos for his opening pull. We're back into the sub-juniors. Let's pay attention to Kleikin's pull here. If it's quick, he might be able to threaten for the overall. Well, it was quick. It was easy.
Good lift. The next
And we
lifter,
have a
Timur
potential
Kuziak
threat for the overall gold.
60 kilos. Followed by Murali Krishnadon from
Fellow teammate of Kleikin, though. Kuziakmedov also within striking distance of the overall gold. Let's see how he handles 160. He is the biggest opener of the sub-juniors, and if he's got the biggest deadlift come the third round of deadlifts, he'll have a distinct advantage. Oh. And that might set him back. Team Kazakhstan now has to make that decision. Do we retake this weight, maybe lose a little bit of ground? Or do we move up regardless?
Murali Krishnadon from India, followed by
It's a
Joe
tough
Biden.
call. Done Murali Krishna of India. We're back in the junior 53s. 165 kilos for his opener. Smooth lift. And if you're wondering, Kuziamedov in the sub-juniors, Team Kazakhstan will retake the weight that he missed, but now he might have to take a rather big jump from a second to third if he's going to cover that ground and possibly threaten for a title. He's the, potentially anyways, biggest puller in the sub-juniors. And Joby Trong of US, 200 kilo even for his opener. Joby, once he hits this, probably has the gold overall locked up. Then he could start really piling on the kilos because he's not risking that gold medal. And there it is. Now they can have a conversation and see what kind of aggressive jumps they want, or if he just wants to go into cruise control. A look at the deadlifts here. And in the sub-juniors, Kuziakmedov missing his opener, but as soon as he hits it, he's immediately a potential threat once again. It's going to be interesting how Team Kazakhstan plays this. There's a look at the totals as they stand now. Kashal from India with the lead on Danila from Kazakhstan, but Danila has a 10-kilo lead on the deadlifts, and he could start covering ground pretty quickly in the deadlift event. Al Ashram from Palestine, 120. We're back in the sub-juniors. A little slow off the ground, but he gets there.
Good play, 3 wides. Next lifter, Bakar Hoca from Libya, 142.5 kilos. Followed by Koshalja from India.
Majid Baker of Libya, 142.5 kilos on the bar for him. Nicely done, makes easy work of it.
Good play. The next one, Koshalja, 150 kilos, followed by Sofi.
India's Kashal with 150 kilos. We're staying in the sub-junior class.
Bar is loaded for Koshal.
Kashal leading the pack so far in total, but amongst the contenders for that gold medal has the smaller deadlift and might be vulnerable. Oh, wow. And he gets it, but he might be at his limit, which means we have the leader of the pack somewhat vulnerable if the bigger pullers can gain ground in the second and third attempts.
52.5 kilos.
Soki Kanda of Japan, 152.5. Not today.
Not today. The next one, Danila Kulekin from Kazakhstan, followed by Timur Kuziakmetov.
Danila Kleikin from Kazakhstan, 160 kilos for his second attempt.
160 kilos.
Danila has an opportunity here. Wow. He is a threat, making easy work of 160 kilos.
Next one, Timur Kuziakmetov.
Be very interesting if he decides to defend silver or attempt to pull for gold. because Kuziakmedov very easily could threaten that silver, and depending how this moves, could threaten for gold. A little slow at lockout, but he gets it. 3 white lights. Looking at the third attempts, thus far, Team India has decided to put in 155 kilo for the third attempt of their lifter, but that'll give him a 392.5 total. And Kleikin from Kazakhstan with a 175 will round off with a 390 kilo total. Expect that to go up. Murali Krishna Done of India, 172.5. We're in the junior 53s now. And Team India in the 53s juniors will be battling it out for silver and bronze. And their deadlifts in the second round are just 2.5 kilos apart. This will also come down to the very last pull to establish the podium in the junior 53s. We got ourselves a deadlift battle, and teammates will be pulling against each other to see who gets which medal. Pachori locks out 175 and threatens his teammate Murali for that silver.
The next one, Joey Trong from United States, 210 kilos.
And Joby of US, perhaps the only 53 right now who's on the podium and unthreatened, taking 210.
The bar is loaded. 210 kilos.
No, he can't get his shoulders locked. His lead at this point is insurmountable. I'm sure he wants to hit his lifts, but he's already the 53 kilo junior world champion regardless, if we're honest. A look at the totals here, and I want to draw your attention to the 53 kilo sub juniors with the projected only 2.5 kilo will separate Kushal and Danila from Kazakhstan with the final pulls, but Kuziakmedov has his final pull to threaten his teammate Danila. Should he miss his pull for the gold, he will be bumped from silver to bronze. Does he want to defend silver or pull for gold and risk his silver? Tough decision to make for a young man in the sub juniors, but this is what it's going to come down to. And Muhammad, 137.5. Too much.
Not this time. The next one, Soki Kanda from Japan, 152.5 kilos. He missed the second. Now he will try again.
Konda Soki, 152.5 was too much on his second, retaking it now for his third.
Just not today. Our next lifter,
Too much today.
From India, 155 kilos, followed by
And Koshal from India up next with 155 kilos. And it's a 5 kilo jump. He really needs this because Kazakhstan's Kleikin is right on his heels. He wants to convince Kleiken, don't pull for my gold, defend your silver. This pull might do that. Should he miss, he's really inviting Kleiken and Team Kazakhstan to pull for his gold medal. Oh no. And we know what that means. Let's see what Team Kazakhstan does. Because unfortunately for Kleiken, Kuziadmedov, his teammate, might pull for his silver should he miss that pull for the gold. Tough decisions to make. 155. Too much for Kashal. We now have 157.5 for Majid Baker of Libya. This will temporarily pull him into a bronze medal deadlift. Stuck at the knees. He gives it his all. Helped up by the spotters.
The next one, Danilo Glick.
And Kleiken's up next. He hasn't changed his attempt. Oh, here we go. So Kleiken has 175 on the bar. If he hits this, he'll end off with a 390 kilo total, and it'll put him into a gold medal position, bumping Team India out of the gold medals for the 53 kilo sub-juniors. He absolutely smoked 160. It is a 15 kilo jump. It's a sizable jump. He's opting not to defend silver. Will pull for the gold. Oh, too much today, but I gotta tell you, I think it was the proper decision to make. Load it up. We're moving back to the junior class, 53s, before Kuziadmedov of Kazakhstan pulls his final pull. So we'll see the conclusion of the sub-juniors. But first, Murali Krishna Done, 182.5. This will move him in total from bronze medal to silver as he tries to swap medals with his Team India teammate, Pachori. Teammate versus teammates here, both in the sub-junior and the junior. Nope, a little too much.
The next one, Timur Kuziakmetov, Kazakhstan, 182.5 kilos.
So Kuziadmedov looking to swap medals with his teammate. Look, it's going to be an uncomfortable plane ride home, but it is what it is. It's the World Championships. It only rolls around once a year. 182.5 kilos, just over 400 pounds loaded for a sub-junior 53. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Can he lock it out? And he has it locked. Does it pass? No. And that's tough. Not a single sub-junior 53 hit their final lift. We had plenty of pulls. Everyone on the podium wanted to move up one more slot, just not for today. As a matter of fact, we haven't had a single successful lift in the junior 53s as well. A sea of red. Can Pachori get us back on track with 185? He put this in place thinking he might be defending silver. That's not the case now. Silver deadlift is his. Silver overall is his. This is just for 10 more kilo on his total. Nope.
Not this time. The next one, Joby Tron from the United States, 210 kilos. He missed his second one. He wants to get this now.
And Joby Trong of US, 210 kilos being loaded. Missed it on his second, retaking it on his third. He is your 53 kilo junior world champion.
310 kilos.
Oh, wow. Ah, just can't get his shoulders back, though. And the shoulders prove to be problematic.
No way. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will move on to the medal
You see, he was
ceremony.
fast, right to lock out. Just can't get those shoulders back. They're slumped forward. Nevertheless, your 53 kilo world champion. A look at the deadlifts. Danila from Kazakhstan taking the gold in the sub-junior. His teammate, Kuziadmedov, taking the silver. And Kashal from India grabbing the bronze. In the juniors, Joby netting the gold in deadlifts with his opener. Juro of India taking the silver. And Dhoni of India taking the bronze medal. In total, Kashal from India holding off a late charge from Team Kazakhstan with a 1-2 punch and clinching that sub-junior gold medal. Danila taking silver and Timur taking the bronze. Joby from the US taking the 53 kilo junior title. Pachori from India taking the silver, and Dhoni from India taking the bronze. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with the medal ceremony, and later on today, the 43, 47 kilo women's, as well as the men's 59 kilo class.
and juniors, big hands to all the athletes competed today. For the medal ceremony, we have Ivan Vesely from Czech Republic to give the medals and Ola Arvidsson from Sweden. Thank you. $53 kilos sub juniors in the squat. Third place is Timur Kuziakhmetov from Kazakhstan. Second place is Danila Kleiken from Kazakhstan. And first place is Koshal Jha from India. Thank you. In 53 kilo sub juniors bench press, third place is Danila Kleiken from Kazakhstan. Second place is Bakar Majed from Libya. And first place, Koshal Jha from India. Thank you. In the deadlift, third place is Koshal Jha from India. The second place is Timur Kuziakhmetov from Kazakhstan. And the first place is Danila Kleiken from Kazakhstan. Thank you. And in total, 53 kilos sub juniors, third place is Timur Kuziakhmetov from Kazakhstan. And second place, silver medal goes to Danila Kleiken from Kazakhstan. And the 53 kilo sub junior champion Koshal Jha from India. Everybody, please stand up for the national anthem of India. Thank you. And now we're moving to the juniors, 53 kilo juniors. In the squat, third place is Gaurav Pakori from India. The second place is Don Murali Krishna from India. And the first place, Joby Trong from United States. Thank you. And now moving on to the bench press. Third place is for Murali Krishna Don from India. The second place, Gaurav Makori from India. And the first place, Joby Trong from United States. Thank you. In the deadlifts, third place is for Murali Krishna Don from India. Second place, Gaurav Pakori from India. And the first place, Joby Trong from United States. Thank you. And now in total, 53 kilo juniors. Third place, the bronze medal goes to Murali Krishna Don from India. The silver medal goes to Gaurav Pakori from India. And the champion is Joby Trong from United States. Thank you. Now, please stand up for the national anthem of United States. Thank you. A round of applause for all the athletes competed today, and thank you for your support. Can all athletes that just competed